Hi, thank you for clicking on this video to watch the overview of marketing. Through this SlideShare, we're going to be going through and understanding the fundamentals of marketing. And through this, you are going to learn everything you need to know in the overview of marketing, and you will walk away with so much knowledge you will be surprised. All right, what is marketing? The American Marketing Association, the MAA, states that marketing is the activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, capturing, and communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customer, clients, partners, and society at large. Wow, what a mouthful. I know. And don't worry, don't fright. It is a lot more simpler than that. These are just a lot of big words thrown at you, and we're going to go through these next couple slides, and you are going to understand so much more about marketing, so don't fright. Now, here are some couple key pillars that you are going to need for marketing. Marketing entails an exchange, which I'm sure we all know because it's all about trades, right? That's all marketing is, and a little bit more, which you'll come to know. Marketing can be performed by individuals and organizations, which, once again, isn't a surprise to some, but we're going to go into more depth so you can get a real good look on those individuals and organizations. Marketing is about satisfying customers' needs and wants. If you've ever worked customer service, you most definitely know that statement is 100% true. Marketing creates value through the 4 P's, which are product, price, place, and promotion. And that one is my absolute favorite section of this SlideShare, and I will explain that later on. Marketing affects various stakeholders, which that one may come surprising because you're probably sitting there, what on earth does that mean? And we will go through those steps in just a moment. Now, the first pillar we're going to be talking about today is marketing entails an exchange, which I'm sure we all know what an exchange is, but to sound a little bit more fancy here, an exchange is the trade of things of value between the buyer and the seller so that each is better off as a result. So you're trading something, you're trading your time, you're trading your energy for something between someone or something. And that's all marketing is. Marketing in almost every factor is about an exchange. And down here we have a little diagram just to kind of visualize these exchanges. Communications and delivery kind of always go to customers/consumers, which more easily and commonly known as the buyers, which we can tend to put ourselves in that situation with our everyday life. And that tends to go on to money and information because that is what everybody looks at. And it, like I said earlier, you could be training your time, you could be training your energy, not just your money. And that tends to go to the goods and service producers, known as the sellers. And the cycle will just keep going and going in a loop because that's what marketing is. It is a cycle. All right, and on to our second pillar of the day is going to be marketing is about satisfying customer needs and wants. And like I said in the beginning, everyone that's worked customer service knows that you must satisfy the customer, even if it is challenging. So, marketing is about meeting the wants and needs of customers. For the marketplace to be successful, it must know what and who the target market is and how to meet their needs and wants. That's everything. You have to know your target. You have to know who you are trying to buy your product, who you're trying to trade with. You must be focused in on that target. In marketing, the easiest way to increase profits and sell more products or services is to satisfy customers. Which, like I said, you must always have a happy customer so then they keep coming back. You can't let them leave angry because it won't end well. Marketing is and creates transactions for exchanging goods and services for value and thus creates satisfaction to the buyer's needs. All right, now on to the fun part. Marketing can be performed by individuals and organizations. Like I said earlier, I'm sure we all have a good handling on this, but how I put it into perspective is individuals I tend to think on a smaller scale, such as local businesses in town or little pop-up shops you see every now and then, because most of the time that is a side gig for them. That's not their normal job, but they've made it into a career for themselves because they understand marketing. In organizations, I tend to think of a large scale, such as Amazon warehouses, for example, or Amazon in general. And I also tend to think of chain restaurants. You see multiple of them. You go on vacation, you see that same restaurant you go to after the football games from town. That is an organization. There are multiple points across the map where they are. And think of this. What if everything you ate, everything you used, even the clothes that you had on your back came from the producers or manufacturers? We'd be an absolute mess, wouldn't we? We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. But lucky for us, there are these 3 types of marketing down here, which we're going to go through, and trust me, they are not too scary at all. Business to consumer marketing, known as B2C marketing, which is the process by which businesses sell to consumers. Easy peasy to understand there. That business sells you your clothes, it sells you your groceries. That is exactly what we are, because we are those consumers. This is the one you see daily and probably have the most understanding on. Business to business, B2B marketing, which is the process of selling merchandise or services from one business to another, which is exactly what it sounds. It is just a business trading off to another, either through services, merchandise, or anything else. Consumer to consumer marketing, which is known as C2C marketing, in which consumers sell to other consumers. All right, on to that really big one that left me confused when I first read it. So we're going to go through this together so we can make sure you have an understanding. Marketing affects various stakeholders. Now, what and who does marketing really affect? Think about that for a second. Who do you know that marketing affects? I really hope you said yourself and everyone you know, because that is 100% true. But it even affects more. A lot of people think marketing only affects products/services or the consumers and clients, which are us. But to your surprise, it affects stakeholders. And these stakeholders, for example, if you didn't know what they were like myself, these stakeholders are supply chain partners and society at large. In marketing, stakeholders are very important in the cycle of marketing. These are a pillar that keeps marketing going. Stakeholders are people or groups who influence a company, such as the employees, the suppliers, the shareholders. Stakeholders are a fundamental to the way a company functions. You must have stakeholders to have a running company in any sort of way. All right, now on to my favorite part of this SlideShare. That's why it's at the end, so we're getting there, no worries. Marketing creates value through the 4 P's, which are product, price, place, and promotion. Now, you're probably thinking you know exactly what all those words mean, but you might not know them in this context, and we're going to go through it, and you're not going to be able to not think about these when you go about your daily life. You will only think about these 4 P's and realize you're doing exactly that every day. All right, it sounds a little strange when you hear it like that, but here are the 4 P's you need to know about marketing. Product, which is right over there. And product creates value. To create value by developing a variety of offerings, including goods, services, and ideas to satisfy customer needs. That is your product. And price. Price is capturing value. Everything has a price. And when you see that little right here, that price with those quotes, because it might not just be a price. Price is everything the buyer gives up, like money, time, or energy in exchange for a product or service. Like I said, that price isn't just cash. It could be anything. All right. Place. Place is delivering that value. Place represents all the activities necessary to get the product right to the customer when the customer wants it. You have to be in that right place to get that customer to buy it right then and there. It's a cycle of things. Promotion, which promotion is communicating value. And the way I tend to think of it this way is the ad that we see all the time on our social media. It's everywhere, and it's always coming to us in another way. And so, promotion is communication by a marketer that informs, persuades, and reminds potential buyers about a product or service to influence opinions. They're trying to get you to finally buy on your cart. They want you to hit checkout and finish. And that's exactly what happens most of the time if you're a sucker like me. Right, and here is just that other little diagram of the 4 P's, which are creating value, capturing value, communicating value, and delivering value. You are going to need these every day. And once you've heard these and you know these definitions, you're going to go throughout your day and think about these all the time. You won't be able to not think about what you're doing and how it connects to marketing. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of this SlideShare, and here are my citations for this SlideShare. And this book is wonderful if you want to learn more about marketing. That is the one you need to go through. And thank you so much again for sitting through here and learning about marketing. And I truly hope you've taken away some lessons and continue using them in your everyday life.